Remember the bunker that we see? This was called a checkpoint. Well, a checkpoint because there was a checkpoint over there. All this block in the communist time were surrounded by soldiers. It was very difficult to get in, it was very difficult to go out, to get out of this block. Because in this block used to live our communist leaders. Okay? This building was built from, belonged to an Italian rich man before the Second World War. When the war finished, all these buildings that were in here were confiscated from the communists. In this building used to live our communist leader, Enver Hoxha, till 1985. O do ikësh tash? A do ikësh tash se po flas tash? Po ik tash. Na ti jap një ik tash, mos e më çmend. Na, ik tash, haj. Se më çmend. Po ik tash po them, ik tash po them se më çmend se po flas tash. Ik merr aty të tjerëve tash, haj. In this building we used to live our communist leader Enver Hoxha till 1985, till his death, and his family till 1991. When communism collapsed, most of the buildings that were in here were turned in restaurants, bars, discos. This turned in the most fancy neighborhood in Albania. 15 years ago, I still remember nowadays, they turned this in a pedestrian street during the summertime. Thousands of young people having parties. Now it's not the most important neighborhood anymore of the city, but still remains an important neighborhood in this city. His house is empty, part of the Albanian government. We hope that they will turn this in his museum, but after a visit that the President of France, Macron, paid here 3 months ago, they will dedicate this house to a group of French artists for a project that I don't know. But still, you know, our Prime Minister is the one. Artist to artist. So. Okay? Now, do you see that thing over there? It used to be a bar that, let's say, like 7 years ago, with a coffee that cost at that time €1. Everyone had the look of Tirana 360 degrees. Okay? It is called Sky Tower Hotel. Since the owner decided to edit 4 stories, that's the new bar. It was opened 4 months ago. Still, you can have a look of Tirana in 36 degrees, but the price of the coffee is not €1 anymore, around €3. Acceptable, yes? Now, maybe some of you has distinguished it, maybe someone not, but a lot of people were asking me like about the salaries here in Albania, which is a medium salary here in Albania. I was telling to them like €500, €600 per month, and they were telling me like, but we have seen a lot of fancy cars. How is possible? How is possible? Okay, do you remember when I told to you like in the communist time the only things that the only thing that Albanians could have was the Chinese bicycle, nothing else? Which was the dream of every Albanian when communism collapsed? Mercedes. Early 90s. If you didn't have a Mercedes, you weren't a real Albanian. You were a real Albanian. Or Mercedes or nothing. There was a Polish tourist in 2013. He made a picture in here. in Tirana. He put it in the internet, this photo, and he said like, can you tell me how many Mercedes can you distinguish in this photo made in Tirana? There were 20 cars, 20 Mercedes, old and new one. Even if you go outside of Tirana, even in nowadays, you will see Mercedes of 80s, 90s that going like a new one. But also the car in here is also status. What do I mean with that? If I want to be a businessman, if I'm going to meet someone for a contract, if I go with, I don't know, with a Fiat, with a small car, nobody will open the door. Nobody will listen to me. If I will go with a fancy car, oh, let's listen to this guy. He definitely he's an important one. A real classic Albanian guy used to be that one, let's say 10 years ago, that had, let's say like 100,000 euro a part, and he was spending 80,000 for a car. It doesn't matter he had a job, it doesn't matter if he had a house. The car used to be the most important thing in your life. 10 years ago, outside of Tirana, a village, a devastated house, in front of that house, a $100,000, 100,000 euro car. The same owner of the house, the same owner of the car. Nobody will see your house, everyone will see your car. Albanian living outside of Albania, especially in the Great Britain, a big community. Before summertime, 4 guys, 20 years old. One is a barman, a waiter, I don't know, a plumber, I don't know. How much have you done this year? How much have you done this year? How much have you done this year? All of them, 4 cars with personalized plate numbers of their names. 2 days to come from London in here to show the car to the family or to the friends, like this one, for example. But still, things are changing even in here because the pandemic, the war, but still the car is very close. If you come here just around 9 p.m. here, you will see traffic jam with the most fancy car you have ever seen in your life.
And that doesn't mean that the people are rich, it just means that they chose to put everything in the car.
But still, what I said, things are changing for better one. But the car is still very important.
It works. It gives me the impression everybody in Tirana.
It works. Okay? This way, please.
Polsce też takie coś było, nie? Mam samochód, Mercedesy też były. I to jest ten kij. Wiesz, Mercedesa i już na Mercedesie, nie?